Fortnite is one of the biggest games in the world today, but 13 years ago, it was a lot different than it is today. And this is gameplay of when Fortnite first came out back in 2011. It was kind of like a survival game like Minecraft and also Call of Duty Zombies. You had to fight off zombies and protect your base from getting destroyed. But where did this all start? We need to go back a couple years to 2011. And the reason we're going back to 2011 is because that's when the first Fortnite trailer was released. And here is a trailer.
Showtime. All right, clear! Hey, we got some good stuff, man. Doing something awesome. Turn on the generator! Oh, here they go! The generators now!
Now, at the time, Fortnite was pulling some pretty good player counts, but it was not enough to them. So Fortnite had been seeing all of these popular Battle Royale games pop up, and they decided it'd be a good idea to make their own version of Battle Royale. Fortnite.
Fortnite. It's free.
What made the game so good is that it was also free, which skyrocketed player counts. And during this time, a lot of big streamers started to play Fortnite, like Ninja. And at this time, Ninja was considered one of the best players in Fortnite. But this was only a test season, so here comes the next season. Fortnite Season 2. In Fortnite Season 2, they added the most iconic location, which is Tilted Towers. They also added the Black Knight skin and the Sparkle Specialist skin, which are now rare skins today. And another iconic item, which is the Boogie Bomb, was released in Season 2. And you can't lie, the dance was pretty hard. So that brings us into Season 3. This is when they had space skins, cool emotes. Can't forget about the off-brand John Wick. This is also the season Fortnite collabed with Marvel, and Thanos was in the game. And if you've seen Thanos, you were cooked. And we cannot forget about Orange Shirt Kid. This was also the season when Double Pump was overpowered. And that brings us into Season 4, and the only crazy thing that really happened this season is the first ever live event, and this is how streamers reacted to it. This is how Ninja reacted to it.
Get the popcorn out, boys! Get the popcorn out! Oh my god! This is so sick! What's happening?
How Courage JD reacted to it.
Oh my god! What the?
And how Cypher PK reacted to it. And this brings us into Season 5. This season, we got the Doom Buggy, which was the first car to be added to Fortnite. And some Battle Pass skins we got were Drift and Sunstrider. And I can't lie, this season's trailer was actually pretty good. And this was also the season Kevin the Cube was invented. But eventually he rolled around the whole map and fell into Loot Lake, creating a bouncy lake. And that brings us into Season 6. What happens in the trailer is Kevin the Cube raises a little house and then it makes it a floating island. Some new skins in the Battle Pass were Calamity, DJ Llama, and Giddy Up. Also during this season, Fortnitemares came out. And they added tons of cool weapons, like the pumpkin launcher. With the release of Fortnitemares, they brought back zombies, which was a really cool part to the season. And I can't lie, it was pretty cool. And when you fighted the zombies and killed them, they would give you really good loot. And that brings us into Fortnite Season 7, which was one of my favorite seasons. This season was also during Christmas time, so it was all Christmas themed, which was really good about the season. During this season, they added the planes, which were a really cool way to get around the map. Some of the Battle Pass skins they brought was Sergeant Winter and Trog. During this season, they also brought the Infinity Blade to the game, which most of the community didn't like. People thought it was way too overpowered and you could not die if you had it. There was also a really cool event in Season 7, where the Ice King covered the whole map in snow, which was a really cool thing to do. And that brings us into Season 8. And I can't lie, this trailer was awesome. They added a brand new volcano that was really cool. Some Battle Pass skins they added were Blackheart and Lux. Also, there was an event called the Butterfly event where people got to vote what weapon to unvault. Everyone decided to unvault the drum gun. Right after the Butterfly event, tragedy struck. The volcano erupted, launching huge fireballs into the sky. And one of the fireballs hit Retail Row, which was really sad. Then again, another asteroid got launched out of the volcano, hitting the huge ice mountain. And then another asteroid got launched out of the volcano. Where could this one be going? And yeah, like everybody thought, it went straight for Tilted Towers, which was heartbreaking to the whole community because it was the most iconic location. And that brings us straight into Season 9. Some Battle Pass skins they added was a Robotic Chicken and Bunker Jonesy. And the Robotic Chicken freed Jonesy and Peely. Well, Peely was sort of there, I guess. He was a smoothie. One new weapon they traded out the pump for was the Combat Shotgun, which was a pretty overpowered weapon. This was also the season the World Cup happened, which had a $3 million prize pool. And Booga ended up winning. And Fortnite ended the season with an awesome event, which was the Mech vs. Monster event. And the Mech ended up winning and killing the big monster, saving the island. Then the Mech started emoting on his body. And now we're in Season X, which also stands for 10. Some of the Battle Pass skins added this season were Tilted Technique and also Rust Lord. And Fortnite added the mechs this season, which a lot of people thought were too overpowered and the community was mad.
Oh my god, this game is so bad, bro. I'm about to just uninstall.
Fortnite had saw and deleted the mechs from the game, which made the community a lot more happy. And the live event for Season X was an asteroid trying to hit the 0 point and eventually exploding it. And then when it hits a 0 point, we all get launched back and everyone just starts flying into the air. And then a black hole starts sucking us in. And then everybody's screens go black and everybody is confused. Everybody thought this was the end of Fortnite. And everybody waited for 2 days. After 2 long days of waiting, Chapter 2 Season 1 has finally arrived. And everybody was so surprised when they saw how cool the new season was. We had fishing, which was a really cool feature to the game to loot up, get fish, and get really cool things like the Rusty Can. The map was huge and awesome. Everybody was so surprised to see how big this map was. We had locations like Sweaty Sands, Steamy Stacks, Dirty Docks, and tons more. We had boats, which were really cool movement for water, and we also had a new swimming feature. Now we're in Chapter 2 Season 2, one of the best seasons of Fortnite. We now have mythic guns, which are a new thing added to Fortnite, and they're overpowered weapons that everybody loved. We now have helicopters in the game, which can get you around the map really quickly and get to fights quickly. In this season, they also introduced vaults where you can get crazy loot from. And we now have a new secret skin to Fortnite, which is Deadpool.
Deadpool, please report to command.
And this brings us straight into Chapter 2, Season 3. This is the season when the map flooded, and sadly, Midas got eaten by a shark in this season. This was also the season you could ride sharks. And everybody's favorite skin of the season was Aquaman, which was a really cool collab. In this season, there was tons of new mythics, which were overpowered and really cool to use. Another big thing everybody was excited for was cars. But the cars came later in the season when all of the water drained. And that brings us straight into Chapter 2, Season 4. This was the Marvel season, and Galactus was trying to kill the island. We had characters in the Battle Pass like Storm, Tony Stark, Mystique, Doctor Doom, She-Hulk, Wolverine, we got Groot, and Thor. And there was a lot of crazy mythics and everybody loved them. Then Galactus came to the island and started destroying everything. Everyone thought it was over for the Fortnite island. Then everybody started helping the Avengers defeat Galactus. And after he swallowed a few battle buses, he somehow died. And that brings us straight to Chapter 2, Season 5. Everyone's favorite skin was added, which was Mandalorian, who had a Baby Yoda back bling. We had tons of new skins, and one of those was Man Cake. Also in the season, there was bounties. And also in the season, Fortnite gave us some pretty good weapons that everybody loved. That brings us straight into Chapter 2, Season 6, also known as a Primal Season. And this is the season that added wildlife to the game, which was a pretty cool thing to add. They also had tons of new weapons, but the community didn't really like them that much. There was also tons of brand new Battle Pass skins, which were actually pretty cool. Also in this season, they had tons of collabs. They had Naruto, they had Kratos, and they also had Master Chief. And that brings us straight to Chapter 2, Season 7, also known as the Alien Invasion Season. In this season, our Battle Pass was awesome, containing Rick from the Rick and Morty show. Later in the season, Morty would come to the item shop, which you could buy for 1,500 V-Bucks. They did have some pretty awesome weapons with the alien gun. We also had Superman in the season. The season ended with the UFO crashing, and this is how Nick830 reacted to it.
No! They better not touch Pleasant! It's Lazy Lake!
It's all getting destroyed!
Did you guys get hit by a blue? Whoa!
It's all getting destroyed!
Wow! Wait, we made it out though! We made it out! You can move your camera, guys! It's still so interactive! Oh no! Oh no!
My goodness.
Oh no! That UFO's coming for us, guys!
It's coming down!
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's heavy!
And that event brought us straight into Chapter 2, Season 8, also known as a Cubed Season. The Battle Pass of the season was actually really good because they had really cool skins in them. But Fortnite messed up on something. They brought these weird zombies to the game that made no sense. And also these weapons, like Fortnite, what are these? I guess we still had a pretty cool boss, which was the Cube Queen, but this season didn't really make that much sense to me. And right after the Cubed season, the Chapter 2 map flipped and it was time for a change. And that brings us straight into a new chapter. Chapter 3. We got Spider-Man. We also got some new movement, which was the sliding. We also got the web shooters. And tents you can store your loot in. And this season was also really great because they also brought Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to the game. And this is the season victory crowns were made. And overall, this season was great. And that brings us straight into Chapter 3, Season 2. And this season was war-themed, which everybody loved. The Battle Pass was also great with great skins in it. We had cool war-themed battle buses, and we had cool tanks. This is also the season where Zero Build came out. And Fortnite made the Zero Build mode a permanent mode for 2 weeks. Some players were happy and some players were furious. When the Zero Build mode came out, tons of streamers came back to play Fortnite, such as Ninja. And let me say, Ninja was crazy at Zero Build. The end event for Chapter 3 Season 2 wasn't really the best. All you really did was shoot rocks and stuff. Now we are in Chapter 3, Season 3. And the war has just ended, so everybody is vibing. Also, pretty good weapons in this season. Boats were back. There was a huge baller roller coaster across the POI. And this season's Battle Pass was really good. Nothing really happened this season, it was all just a chill season. But people did not know what was watching over them. Now we're in Chapter 3, Season 4. The map is infested with chrome. The Battle Pass is not too bad. But the weapons, they need some work. I don't know why Fortnite added these to the game. There were some brand new vaults in the game. They gave out pretty good loot. There was also these huge chrome tornadoes around the map. And when you got close to them, you could actually glide to them and you can use them for rotation. The ending event for this season was actually kind of crazy. There was tons of tornadoes on the ground spreading chrome all over the Fortnite map. Then the boss came out of the chrome tornado and she literally started absorbing bullets. Then she turned into a chrome giant. Then the chrome took her out. Now we're in a brand new chapter, which is Chapter 4, Season 1. This is the season they added dirt bikes, which is a nice way to get around the map. Also, the Battle Pass this season was actually pretty good. They also brought back really good weapons. That brings us straight into Chapter 4, Season 2. The Mega Season. This is when they added brand new cars to the game. The season's Battle Pass was not that bad, but it could be better. One thing Fortnite did do good on is adding really good weapons. Chapter 4, Season 3, also known as the Wild Season. This season was pretty good, having a really good Battle Pass in my opinion because of Optimus Prime. Also in this season, they had pretty good weapons in the game at the time. But the best weapons were the exotics. And the community loved that dinosaurs were back in the game. Next up, we got Chapter 4, Season 4. This season actually had a pretty good Battle Pass. And this season added really good weapons, which the community actually loved. The briefcase turret was actually a really good weapon to use when you're in a bad situation. Also, the rocket rim was probably one of the best movement rotation things to use. And the collab of the season was Cobby Lame. Vaults in Chapter 4 Season 4 were the best vaults in my opinion. They had crazy mythics inside of them and they were really overpowered. Next up, we got OG Fortnite. This season wasn't part of the storyline, but Fortnite wanted to get people back into OG Fortnite. And it worked. Fortnite gained over 10 million active players at once. A lot of streamers were coming back, such as Myth and Dr. Lupo. The Battle Pass was okay this season, but I feel like Fortnite could have added more skins to it. Now we're in Chapter 5, Season 1. We now have trains which go around the map and they're really good rotation. And also at the start of this season, Rocket Racing and Lego Fortnite released just a couple days after the season. I think the Battle Pass is awesome because Peter Griffin is in it and everybody else thinks that. There's also the grapple blade, which kind of works like the grappler and you can grapple on buildings. And what Fortnite did best on is the medallions. Medallions gave you shield and really good loot. Up next is Chapter 5 Season 2. In this season, the medallions we had were really good. Also, the wings were really good, the chains and the lightning bolt were all really good weapons to be using. The next season is Chapter 5 Season 3. The Battle Pass in this season was actually one of my favorites just because of the T60 Power Armor's character. All of the mythics in the game at the time were so overpowered. You had mythics like the Explosive Boom Bow and tons more. And also the medallions in the game were also really overpowered. Despite all of the collabs in this season, everybody hated this season because of the overpowered cars. In Chapter 5 Season 3, there was a Wanderer, and he walked around the map, and people are still confused today on why he walked around the map. Up next, we got Chapter 5 Season 4. This season had a great battle pass in my opinion because it was Marvel themed again, just like Chapter 2 Season 4. The medallions weren't the best this season, especially the Mysterio one where you had to crouch and you went invisible. That wasn't the best because the community didn't really like it. My favorite skin in the Battle Pass has to be Peelverine just because it's Wolverine mixed with Peely and I think it's a pretty cool combo. And this is how Nick830 reacted to the end event for Chapter 5 Season 4.
He's huge! Oh my gosh! Oh, that's not gonna happen, bro. Yo! We lost. We lost! He's huge! Not Jonesy, bro! What's he doing? The 0 point! Hope? No shot. Is she actually good? People were saying she's gonna betray us. Wait. Wait. No, we didn't kill dude.
Next up, we got Chapter 2 Remix. Just like OG Fortnite, this is not part of the storyline, it is just to bring back players. And it ended up working again, bringing back millions of players back to the game. And in this remix season, we have Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Ice Spice, and also Juice WRLD, which was an awesome collab. The season's battle pass was not too bad, but the community wasn't really impressed by it. Here was a Chapter 2 remix end event. If you guys did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing because we're trying to hit 12,000 subs. Peace.